So this video contains 2 of the 3 interviews that were done with Jenn Soto on the 1st of March. It's the first 2 interviews. The 3rd interview is actually available uninterrupted on Grizzly's channel, so there's no need for me to repeat that. So basically this is the first 2 that come before the one that's done with the video. So I will add the link for that one below. But I will also mention that I've now created a case file playlist which has basically pulled together all the videos done by myself and Grizzly that are basically uninterrupted interviews. So all the uninterrupted interviews are all together now in one spot, so that if you're looking for a particular interview and you want to listen to it without commentary, that's where you can find them. Now I have also included with that Grizzly's full Jenn Soto case file, which is the big long 8-hour one, which contains all of these. The reason I've put these into smaller doses is because for me, when I'm looking for particular clips of things that have been said that I can then use in my videos, it's easier if I've got a transcript that I can flick through and then click on the exact spot in the video where that is being said, so I can then do a screen recording from that. Hence the reason I'm doing these smaller videos. Otherwise, you know, it's all there on Grizzly's channel in terms of Jenn Soto. But this just means that now, with this video, with my 2 previous Jenn Soto interview videos, and this one, and then the 2 subsequent ones that Grizzly has, that is all Jenn Soto's interviews with transcripts. So, like I said, this is 1st of March, 2 interviews. The 3rd one is on Grizzly's channel, and I'll put the link below. I'll also add the link for the playlist for all the case file uninterrupted interviews. So let's just jump into it.
Detective Hunt, OCSO case 24-0011313. Transportation of Jennifer Soto to Central Operations.
Jen, will he sit in the back seat okay, Mike?
Yeah, he'll probably honestly stand on the center console watching you drive.
Does he?
Oh, critic.
Yeah.
Backseat driver becomes console driver. Okay.
Are you the Nissan over there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm right next to you.
That's yours there?
Yeah, that's that piece of junk.
Okay, when do you get a really nice upgrade? Hey.
All right, it's going to be a little cramped for about probably 30 minutes or so.
Will the press release start without us?
We'll probably get there in time.
14 or 15, my mom bought a house, and my dad gave up his half of custody so we can move down here. Don't say 14, 15, maybe 15. And then I moved back to New York City when I was 21 for like a year to try to live that life.
City life?
Try to live that city life. Work in an office, party at night. That was exhausting, and honestly, I did not like it. I just like going home and going to sleep.
Yeah, it wasn't for you.
No, I did not like the commute, the subway. I mean, I lived in New York, so I was used to subways and buses and all that stuff. But when you actually have to do it every day for work, that was pretty exhausting.
So the subway is kind of my pet peeve. I can't stand the idea of being, a foot away from someone that I don't know, for an extended period of time. Because I didn't realize just how crowded they were until I took one for the first time. And it's like person standing in front of you, person standing behind you.
And you're all sharing the same pole, so like dirty hands.
Oh yeah, there's one person. It's just like stacking hands. So I've never been a fan. Never been a fan at all. Did you guys get any sleep last night?
I think I went to bed around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then I woke up around 8 or 9. So I slept a few hours, but
good.
I snoozed a little bit while we were waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to make you wait so long. I really was on the way out here. And
no,
then,
it's okay. If
like
you guys had leads, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care as long as you guys are doing what you guys got to be doing. Like, and it seems like you are. So.
Yeah, no, we didn't. I went home for a couple hours just because I had to sleep, but came back out. And this is the only thing anyone's working on right now, so this is important.
My anxiety keeps my brain circling, just wondering, where is she? Is she okay? I hope she's fine. Like, I just want my baby back. I just want her back.
It's natural. I mean, that's just about the only rational way to be, right?
Yeah.
New message.
So you've been getting bombarded by the news media and reporters. How are they getting your number?
I think my family and my friends. So on the first day, my family and friends made like flyers and put my phone number on it.
Okay. That's
and
probably
then also they all reached out to the news media to try to get their attention. And I don't know if they gave them my number or what, but
probably. Or I mean, they probably just looked it up online. It's surprisingly easy sometimes.
yeah, I'm like, I haven't directly contacted any news station. I don't think. No, just kidding. Just Fox 35, and I did that like on the first night, like right after we got home and like we reported her missing.
Yeah.
I called that night, but they needed more information from the police. But that was the only place I called, and then everyone else started calling me. So I'm just feeling super overwhelmed with all these messages, and they all want to meet up or interview or do this or that, and I've just been pushing it off because I wasn't home.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do anything at the hotel.
Well, I saw you did one interview, right? Because I think I saw you on the news last night.
Yeah. I did, I think, 3 on-camera interviews. But, there's not, for today, there's not much else for me to say.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been more information. I'm not going to find out until whatever happens to the press release, so.
Well, I think I spoke with Stephanie's ex. And Stephanie had expressed to me earlier just that she was feeling, I guess, helpless. Like y'all have done so much. Your whole family has been so like active and looking for her and making the flyers, making phone calls, and drawing this attention. But at a certain point, it's like you've done everything that you can do, and it's natural to just kind of feel like, you have to depend on now us to kind of do our thing,
Yeah. Everyone, we were talking about, like, possibly, I guess that's something we wanted to throw by you, or maybe I already did, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But, a search party thing, but we didn't want to get in the way of you guys, and you guys have already scoured the woods multiple times, so like that's the only place I would think of searching, right? So we don't want to do that. I think we're talking about like maybe hosting like a vigil of some sort or something, just to.
Okay.
I'm not sure. We're just trying to get some attention, more eyes on her face. More eyes.
Well, speaking of woods, so you mentioned to me that you, Stephan, and her used to go hiking in St. Cloud.
Just me and her, and actually my sister.
Oh, okay. So you used to go down to St. Cloud.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you went?
Lake Lizzie Preserve. It's about 35 minutes off of 192. It's past St. Cloud, a little bit before Harmony.
Oh, so that's way south.
Yeah.
Got it. It's like that's like, what, 2 hours? An hour from your house?
No, 35 minutes.
Oh, only 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know that would be hard for a girl to get to.
Yeah, I don't think she would even remember how to get there. It's been at least over a year and a half since we did that hike.
But it was just you and your sister and her.
Yeah, and the kids, yeah.
Got it. Yeah, that was just another thing I was thinking. Maybe if that was somewhere that she may have gone.
Call my sister, actually, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm actually going to the press release right now. They're escorting me. I guess they're gonna take me somewhere different so I don't get bombarded by the press. So I'll find out whatever's happening.
County, yeah, so 8311. So 8311.
Stephan's dad is following us, and he's got safe line.
How's the rest of the family holding up?
As good as possible. They're all getting ready in front of the TV or pulling up Facebook Live to see if they could see the press conference. They just thought that I would find out what's happening first before the press would, but I guess I'm finding out at the same time as everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I've told you everything. I've told you basically everything I know. They're probably not going to disclose. In my experience at press conferences, they don't disclose nearly as much as people think they will. This is the same thing I told Stephanie earlier. It's just kind of the nature of our job. It's the nature of the resources we use. We can't reveal some of our methods just because that can be used later by bad people, right?
Yeah.
To exploit that. So I don't know what they're going to release. I'm not the one doing it. They may ask specific questions that warrant different responses. Information that maybe I don't know. But objective information that sometimes we go to these press conferences and we heard, stuff. Like, I don't know, told me that.
Yeah.
You said Stephan got a job up in Northport, right?
So his dad works for a real estate company, and I guess had been told that they were going to offer Stephan a job as a project manager or like a junior project manager on a construction site. Like they're going to teach him the ropes, kind of thing, like an apprenticeship. And that fell through. So it ended up never happening.
Oh, no. That stinks.
Yeah.
So is he just, he lives down there, right?
Yeah, he lives down there.
What does he do down there now? I mean, is he...
He's just hanging out with his parents.
Okay.
I think he's looking for a job locally, but in reality, we're just waiting for him to be able... He's got to wait a specific amount of time for him to reapply back at Disney where he used to work.
Oh, he used to work at I think he said Epcot?
Yes. Yeah, so he wanted to go back. He wants to go back. But I think we have to wait like about 6 months from when he resigned.
Okay.
So we're waiting for that to kick in so he can get his job back. And in the meantime, he just has to get something down there to be able to save up to come up here because I can't afford to. I'm disabled. I work part-time. Like, I don't make that much money.
Yeah. I didn't know his dad was an Orange County deputy at one point.
Yeah, back
He
in the
worked
day.
for us way back when.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
How were his parents doing? Stephan mentioned that they might be. He said something about they were sick a little while ago, or they were ill, or they weren't doing so well at one point. I don't know if I may have misheard.
I don't know if they were not doing well with illness. I know they were struggling financially.
Okay.
So they might not been doing well that way.
I may have misheard. I thought he said something about them being elderly and not as active and needing his help, kind of thing.
That's true. That they're very old. His mom is super old and very ill. She's very, no offense to her, she's a very heavy woman and like her health is just not the best. She's had so many surgeries and like had complications from her surgery. She's very like mentally, she's not like where she used to be. She gets very lost. She gets very confused sometimes, and it's just like.
I didn't know if he had moved down there to help them or kind of keep them comfortable, or if they were, he had mentioned them briefly, and so it was cool getting to meet him because he talks very highly of his dad.
Yeah, his dad's a really nice guy. They've always treated me like family, and like when I met them, I kind of had a strained relationship with my family, so they took us in. They loved on us. Yeah, they are. They really are. So.
Sounds like their family, yes. And forgive me if this is a personal question, but I just wanted to verify with you. I had heard a couple different things, and it's so funny when you talk to so many people over the course of a short period of time. You see how everyone kind of sees things a little bit differently sometimes, and so that was just one thing I figured I'd clarify with you.
Like even very childish too. He loves playing video games. He loves playing board games. That is his buddy. That's who his partner is when he loves hobbies also. Mm-hmm. Very big hobby goer. So every time he discovers a new game or a new hobby, he gets sucked in and involved and want to play as well. And they were always playing. I would watch. I wasn't into the games. They can be.
But you watch, you enjoy them enjoying it, right?
Yeah. Some board games I love playing with them. Some of them, it all depends. But they were each other's buddy.
Has it changed at all as close as she's come to be like a teenager?
No. If anything, closer ever since he moved away, because now as soon as we get home or a little bit afterwards, we'll FaceTime him, and we'll be on FaceTime all day. All day just talking or bullshitting or keeping each other company. Sometimes not even talking. Sometimes I'll be on my phone messing around and he'll be busy on his computer doing something, but we're just keeping each other company. He would be around for that as well. Not FaceTime, but Google Duo or Meet, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, for Androids.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't sound like you've ever had any concerns about Stephan. You know him really well, and you've never seen anything wrong with each other, right?
No. If anything, like, for the first few years, I was hyper-vigilant as hell, because I was just like, never trust a man. I don't care who it is, never trust anyone, not even my dad, right? Like, never
I
trust
agree with you.
anyone. Sleepovers, and I'm like, no, absolutely not, because I have no control and something could really happen.
Yeah, it's a dangerous world.
Yeah, so I was very vigilant for the first few years of how he would interact with her and what he would do, and I would question if anything was weird, but nothing ever was truly weird. I'm just like, okay. I even had a rule for the longest time, asking for sleepovers with him, as in if he were to sleep in the guest bedroom upstairs, and I would say, no, you guys can hang out and do whatever, but you're sleeping with me.
Understandable.
Just because even if I've known him for 7 years, the idea of course it would weird anyone out, a little girl sleeping with a man that's not her dad. It sounds weird, but so I haven't I trusted him enough to let that even happen that night, you know?
Yeah. I mean, is it common? Because I know you said you would never let him in the past, but is it common to let her sleep up with him or let them spend a lot of time alone together?
I think I'm going to say I've let them sleep together less than what I can count on these two hands.
Okay.
Not much. But a lot of the times it was just the three of us sleeping together in my bed too. But that got uncomfortable as hell too. She just kicks and like sprawls and like
Only so many people, right?
And what's funny is even on a king bed, if it's just me and her, she'll start off on one corner of the bed and I'll be on the other, and then when I wake up, she is on top of me, and then like way past the middle, like next to me, touching me. And I'm just like, how did this happen? It's such a big bed. Yeah.
Well, she loves you, that's why.
Yeah. But I would wake up feeling like, oh my god, I'm on the corner.
You know, some kids are like that, though. Some kids just can't get close enough to, even when they start developing their like teenage attitude and the hormones start raging a little bit, then some kids just can't, get close enough to their parents because they love you that much.
Yeah. I would like to think that that's the case. She never liked being alone. Mm-hmm. She never liked sleeping alone. Mm-hmm. Ever since she was a baby, like I tried sleep training her, and that was a complete failure.
Yeah.
I just had to learn that she had to sleep with me, and she wanted to be with me all the time. So, like, even now, like, I hope she's not alone. I mean, or I don't know, she's being taken care of, or she's safe. I don't know. Like, I worry about her.
Yeah. How was her, I don't think I asked you, or I may have not asked you very much, but how was her party on Sunday?
So I wasn't there, I was working.
Okay.
But from what I was told, she had an amazing time. My entire family was there.
Oh, was Stephan there?
Stephan wasn't there.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard him mention something about your missing at the party, but maybe I was mistaken.
No, he was on his way here from Northport, Florida. during the party.
Okay. And he got, so he would have gotten here like Sunday night.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She might have at home around 8:30, and I think Stephan walked into the house about 10 minutes later and made sure that I was supposed to, which was take her meds and get in the shower and get ready for bed.
Yeah.
So when I got home from work, she had already showered, she had taken her meds, she was getting ready, she was ready.
I gotcha. Yeah, no, I thought I'd heard him say something about her, like, singing a song that night or introducing her to a new movie or something.
Yes, she started singing, so she's in chorus, she's got such a beautiful voice. She was singing, practicing one of her chorus songs, and Stephan heard it, and he's like, wow, you have such a beautiful voice, let's watch, I think, Sister Act.
Sister Act, yeah.
So we wanted to watch a movie about singing, and she liked it, but we didn't finish the whole thing.
I have not seen Sister Act.
Trying to get something to close.
When he mentioned it, I confused it with I was thinking
I
of that other
accidentally
movie,
self-assigned myself
Friday.
723. Can you show me something?
Completely different, I know.
Yeah.
County 3305 up.
3305 Alpha.
Can you tell me call 940, please?
It's a petty theft and a threat. 7640 West Sand Lake Road at the Publix. My meal is 36.
So I don't think I asked you, or I might have
Red
just
hat.
forgotten, but what's
Just
your
wearing all
job?
black and then signaled Jerry took a sandwich and a drink.
I work
No one had
as
complained and confronted him. He made a threat to kill her.
At
He's
Coronado
UAX
Resort
for last
at
to retire for you.
Ah, okay. Oh, so are you a Disney family?
6, code 230.
We love Disney. All of us do.
Man. And what did Stephan do at Epcot?
He worked in attractions. So he worked on the Soarin' ride and the Journey into Imagination with Figment ride.
We'll use our police privilege.
Yes.
That's cool. My girlfriend worked for Disney for a long time. She was a character performer. With the ones in the costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said apparently that's like a big deal there.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy how you can just be in a costume, but you can make so many people so happy. My sister used to be a character performer as well. She was like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, all the Lilo Stitch, the short.
Yeah, short ones.
Yeah. But I think she said she had to quit because she kept getting Donald Duck and his butt was really heavy and kept hurting her back. She was really having a lot of back pain, so she had to quit.
Now that you say it, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were so stringent with who they let be character performers, though. She was saying, like, you have to fit a height requirement, a weight requirement, you have to learn choreographies and all these mannerisms.
Yeah, North Bay 1.
Learn all the different signatures
Yes,
for every character.
To be a prince, you have to be like 6 foot something, because you have to be taller than all the princesses. Crazy.
I know you guys left me a paper with a list of stuff you guys have taken, but I can barely read it, right? Because I guess it was written pretty lately. Electronics that were taken from the house, will that be eventually returned once it's all looked at? Like, do you guys keep it forever? How does this work?
Eventually it'll be returned, yes.
Okay.
How long that takes, I don't know. It depends on how much
Everything
stuff's
gets
on there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
All right. Like I said, I just have a few more follow-up things to ask about our conversations last night. So we're going to take you to the Orange County Sheriff's Office to pick up your car because they said they're done processing it. And they have your key up there. So I don't know if you brought a spare key with you or not, but
I don't know. The key that actually, just kidding, I might have my actual original key, but the key key that you guys have up there is my spare key.
Oh, okay. So they have it up. And regardless, we have a key for you in case you don't have one. Your dad mentioned something to the fact that your sister saw that there's going to be some kind of press conference today?
Yes.
Okay. Just to let you know, we touched about it briefly last night, that we are taking over the investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you say we, you mean homicide?
The Kissimmee Police Department.
Oh, okay.
So, but to answer your question, yes, we are now working this as a homicide.
Yeah.
Okay, because we have strong beliefs that Maddie is deceased. So I don't want you to be caught off guard when that's being talked about later, okay?
Am I gonna be there at the press conference? Am I gonna hear it?
I don't know if it's going to be something that the family's invited to. Those decisions are way above my pay grade. It's just, I don't think they would want you there for that just because. But I may be wrong. To answer your question honestly, I do not know.
I've been avoiding the internet because my family's telling me that stuff has been leaked or reports from you guys on the New York Post or something. They're all traumatized from reading it. They're all telling me, don't. I don't want to hear anything.
Well, the only report that is been released is the stuff that we've already been discussed about, that he was having a relationship with your daughter.
But somebody said that was like a redacted report or something with graphic details in it.
Yeah, I don't know what's been redacted and what hasn't. So let me ask you this. Where all have you looked for Maddie?
I haven't looked anywhere. I've stayed while we were at home. While we were allowed to be at home, I stayed at home just in case she would come back. For somebody to be home while she was back.
Okay.
And for now, since I haven't been able to go back home, I've been at my sister's house just hiding out. I don't want to be seen in public. I don't want anyone. I already had my own security gate. Like when I drove in there, they recognized me by my name, and when I told them my name and just their response, I wasn't prepared for just everyone to recognize me and know what's happening. This is huge. But I haven't. Back to your question, I haven't gone out looking for her because I don't know where to search, and I haven't. The only place I thought of where to search would be Shingle Creek behind her school because of the whole woods comment, but you guys have been doing that, and I didn't want to get in the way of that.
I don't know where this information came from, and I don't know if it's true or not, but you would be the only person to answer this. Does Maddie have any siblings?
Maddie has a half-sibling. No, just kidding. She's got a step-sibling. I was married once upon a time, and we raised our girls together for about 4 years.
Uh-huh.
That's who she would consider her sister.
Okay. Do you know what is Dad's name?
Stephen Young.
Steven?
Yeah.
Where does he live?
In Colorado, but they actually flew in to be with me. So they're here in town right now.
Okay. Do you happen to have a phone number for him?
Yeah.
How old is she?
I think she'll be turning 15 this year. But I will warn you, she is on the spectrum. So I'm not sure how
No, that's fine.
I got her.
Okay. And that's Stephen's number.
Yeah.
Okay. When were you guys together?
Yesterday?
No, I'm talking about relationship-wise.
Oh. So from 2013 to 2017, we got married in 2015. We got divorced like 2 years later.
And did you guys live in Kissimmee at the time?
We lived in that Kissimmee house for a while. And then for a while we lived separated, where I lived in Kissimmee and he lived in a house in downtown Orlando, and we were just seeing each other back and forth.
Gotcha. Okay. This may be a dumb question. I'm going to answer it anyways. Has Stephan ever been around Stephen or Ashlyn?
Yes.
He has?
Yes.
Where? Like, where would they be?
Where would they have hung out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say at Stephen's house, when he lived in Williamsburg, by SeaWorld.
Okay.
I remember one instance where we all went trick-or-treating together. But I'm not sure how many times we all hung out as a group. I know he knows him and they've met each other and all that stuff, but I can't recall how many times we've hung out, but we have hung out.
And you said Williamsburg is where? Near where?
SeaWorld.
Oh, okay. How did them two meet? Or how did them two know each other? Stephen and Stephan.
I introduced them.
Okay.
I thought that they would get along well because they both like nerdy games, nerdy board games. And oh, just kidding, yeah, so they would hang out even on their own for a while because they were playing board games. They were playing board games together for a long while. So yeah, they hung out even without me around. Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to know Stephen's birthday, do you? And you said he lives in Colorado now?
Yeah.
Is Stephen married?
Yes.
Is his wife with him here with?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
When did they move out there?
A year or two ago? Not sure exactly how long.
Any idea if Stephen and Stephan has still been communicating?
In the last few days, yes.
Well, I don't think it's in the last few days because he's been in jail.
No, sorry. Before he got arrested.
How do you know that?
Because we were all contacting each other.
How would you contact each other?
I was texting Stephen Young and making phone calls with Stephen Young. But this is
Would you happen to have those messages on your phone?
yeah.
Can I see?
Yeah. The discussions we were having were like trying to get Stephan a lawyer. Because this is when I thought he was still innocent, but he's not.
I see.
What is the... Tell me about the Williamsburg. Is it like a neighborhood? Is it apartments? Condos?
House, neighborhood
It's a
house.
house?
It's a, yeah, it's a.
Almost
just a
like...
yeah, just a
almost
neighborhood
you'd
like
see
that.
in 100th
Yeah.
Street.
But they're like older homes. They're like 2-bedroom homes where the bedrooms are like. Well, the house is. I don't even know how to describe this house. Ranch houses.
Long? Real long?
Yeah.
Yeah, ranch style. Did Stephen and his wife live in that at that time?
Yes.
That they owned it or rented it?
They rented.
They rented. You know why they went to Colorado?
I think Stephan was having a hard time finding a job here. Something that he liked, but he ended up, I think, getting an apprenticeship in Colorado with plumbing. He's doing that now.
How did Stephan know all this was going on?
I
Told him that Maddie was missing.
yeah.
And what was his response to that?
Shock.
Yeah.
Everyone's response is shock and disbelief and worry. And he was another father figure to her for a few years. So he's really worried.
I know Detective Morris asked it earlier, but I'm kind of curious. Why didn't you go search for her? I know you said that you didn't typically know where to look, but was there any other reasons why you didn't want to go search?
I wanted to be home to make sure somebody would be home if she came home. I didn't want the house to be alone. And then the last few days, I just feel like, I don't know, the media have been like bombarding us, and since like more news have come to light, it's just, I've been feeling overwhelmed with the attention, and I just need to like preserve my mental health. I just have to stay home and
Is that rain?
Yeah.
yes,
Oh boy.
I tried to go out a little bit yesterday to like take my mind off of things, just to buy like, I don't have a toothbrush, I don't have anything. But the moment we were out in public, I felt so exposed and like I shouldn't be out. I shouldn't be doing any of this. I grabbed what I needed quickly and we left. But I don't want to be out in public right now.
Did you feel like people were watching you?
Not people were watching me, but I just didn't like the night before that. The security guard's reaction to me telling her my name and who I was, and that I was coming into my apartment. That overloaded me so much, seeing someone it's just weird. It's just very heavy to handle other people's emotions when you're dealing with your own. Like, you have to like comfort everyone. When all I want is to be comforted. It's really heavy when the entire family and everyone's breaking down around you. Just laying low to preserve my mental health. I'm just worried. In the past, I've been hospitalized for my mental health issues, and I'm just afraid like that this is gonna make me spiral again. So I'm just trying to stay sane.
Trying to keep it together.
Yeah. I don't want to end up back in the hospital again. I don't want to be unstable again.
Well, you got some of your family here, so
Yeah,
got some support.
for sure. Everyone's being so helpful. I didn't realize it. I knew I had family and I knew we had community, but I didn't realize it was as big as this was until everything has happened, and I see how everyone is supporting and loving and helping us with, flyers or searching. Everyone keeps wanting to create like a search group so that we all go searching for her, but I don't want anyone to get in the way of you guys, because I know you guys keep searching different parks, different forests. I don't even know if those were the right places to look anymore. From what you guys have told me, and from apparently him driving all around town, for the longest time I thought she could be somewhere close to the school, like something happened on the way to school, but from what you guys are telling me, it's not the case.
Everyone's ultimate goal is to bring Maddie home.
Yeah.
That's all we want. I also know you talked about it last night, but I didn't catch it for whatever reason. What was the medication specifically that you guys would use to help
For who?
for you?
For me, it's my medication called it. The brand name is called Geodon.
Geodon?
Yeah, it's but the bottle says Ziprazidone. I can't say it right. Ziprazidone.
Prazodone?
Yeah, that's a bipolar medication. It kicks in at night with the food, and then probably takes about an hour, 30 minutes, an hour to work, and then I'm gonna sleep.
Okay. Did you, Mark, can you write that down just so I don't forget it?
What was it again?
Can you tell what the medication was?
The brand name is Geodon.
Geodon. Okay.
Geodon, and then it was, what was the, it started with a Z?
The generic name is what would say on my medication bottles is Ziprazidone.
Ziprazidone, yeah.
Ziprazidone.
And then what was the medication that Maddie would take?
Hydroxyzine.
Okay. And that was used for what purpose? To help her sleep?
To help her sleep or for anxiety. But that's like, I think that's like a version of Benadryl that we would give her. At least that's how her doctor described it. It's like giving her Benadryl that night.
Okay.
Do you know if my family's behind you? Have they been following you?
I know they're coming up here. I don't know if they were following me specifically, but
either reporters or I've had a lot of scam calls, people screaming in the background going, help me, and hanging up. But that's not Maddie's voice. Something from our conversation last night, if I could mention it to you guys.
Absolutely.
You guys asked me about kinks.
What?
Like sexual kinks.
Yep.
And something occurred to me last night.
Okay.
He's into, like, I think anal kink. That's something he's asked me a few times, and that's not my thing. I've refused. But I remember he told me he was always into butts. So, butt stuff.
But you guys never had anal sex?
No.
Did he ever tell you he had anal sex with anybody else?
Not that I can recall. Also, you asked me in the interview room about his triggers. I think triggers was like the wrong word to use because I couldn't think of triggers, but he does have a temper.
Okay.
He's very irritable and very negative about the world and things. Driving would piss him off. Like, depending on how people were driving around him, he'd get really irritable with that. Me nagging him would make him really irritable. Like, if I asked him to clean the house or help me with something. But, would he lash out and explode with me? No. But I believe he's done that with his parents.
Has he ever done it with Maddie?
Lashed out in front of us like that?
Or to her?
To her? No, I don't think so, no.
Has he ever got irritated or angry with her?
I would say yes, but like typical parenting stuff, like if she didn't clean her room when she was supposed to, like, you know, coming down on her for something like that. Was it like anger out of the blue or anger, like random anger? No. It was always like Maddie wasn't doing what she was supposed to be doing kind of thing, so we come down on her.
And when you say come down on her, obviously, do you mean discipline?
Yell at her.
Okay.
Yeah, we would never hit her. We were never physical with her.
Okay.
We would just be like, you're supposed to be doing this, you're not doing this, what's going on? Are you spacing out? Are you being lazy? Get on it. closet that has all of Maddie's baby pictures from when she was born up until until I got the Apple. So I want to say like 10 years worth of pictures uploaded into it, and I just wanted to make sure I got those back, just so I had something of Maddie's, because I don't have many pictures printed out. Everything's in digital form. I will tell you guys though, with Stephen Young and Stephan, I don't think they've had much contact since they moved to Colorado. They weren't super great friends.
You said they're not super great friends?
No.
Just a little bit ago, you said they
played games and stuff,
hung out together.
Yeah, a few years ago. But since they moved to Colorado, like, I don't think they've really talked at all. Hell, I barely spoke to Stephen, honestly. If anything, if I were to contact any one of them directly, I was talking to Stephen's wife or Ashlyn.
So then why would you guys, start contacting Stephen about all of this, and then expect, like, for a lawyer? You said something about a lawyer.
Yeah. So when everything happened, Stephen Young and I got in contact, and he was letting me know he could be any support, any help. If I needed food, if I needed anything, he would come out and help me. In the beginning of all of this, we were all under the impression that I had given Stephan the benefit of the doubt, right? I had assumed he dropped her off, that she went missing, and that he had nothing to do with it. I believed him. He's a master liar and a master manipulator. Me and Stephan's dad have discussed this already. Like, we had a conversation, like, what does he lie to you about? What does he lie to me about in the past about things? And it's stupid stuff, but he's a liar. So I'm realizing he's been lying to me about shit this whole time, and I just haven't had the slightest idea. But before any of this, I assumed he was innocent. I assumed you guys were pursuing him and you guys had the wrong guy, because I'm just like, of course, they're going to go for the last guy who saw her. And I wanted to think the best of him and think, oh, he's innocent, but you guys are just pursuing the wrong person. So, Stephen Young was helping me because he has, like, family that's got contact with lawyers or something like that. So he was giving me lawyers for Stephan. But then once at this point I do.
Why do you say that?
Because when you guys showed me that picture of her slumped over, she could be asleep or drugged, but if he was driving around and she just disappeared, like, that to me feels like he dumped her body somewhere.
Where?
I don't know. I sent you the name of the stores that I remember him mentioning, him saying that he was gonna visit. But I don't know if he ever made it to them. I don't know. Yeah, I'm assuming he did. He fucking lied about that trip too. I don't think he had his phone with him. during that time either, I don't think. It's just everything is too coincidental and way so suspicious. Like,
Where do you think he took her?
I have no idea. I wish you guys could, like...
You don't have one idea in your brain that thinks.
Of where she could be? No, I would tell you. I would so fucking tell you. I want my child back. But I have no idea where he could have taken her. I think I asked you guys, like, for a map. Like, if you guys could show me where around town he drove to see if I could recognize anything familiar, any place familiar. But I think you guys said he drove around too much. So I don't know.
I mean, we've told you some areas.
I think you guys mentioned St. Cloud and, like, 192. But I've never been with him, I don't think, to St. Cloud. We've never done anything in St. Cloud together. I didn't even think he would drive that down there. Because everything, for the most part, that he did was in Orlando by the mall or on 182 somewhere.
Which mall?
I think the Florida Mall.
Florida Mall?
But when this... Yeah. I won't lie, when this all started, I really thought you guys had the wrong guy. You guys were focusing on the wrong thing, but I guess what they say is true. It's usually the last person that sees her. Or sees whoever the victim is.
Go to the front.
guys searching in Kissimmee other than St. Cloud and
We're searching everywhere.
everywhere?
Where do you see those comments?
I think I saw something on like a Facebook moms group.
Facebook.
Kissimmee moms. Like we hear helicopters by Kissimmee Lakefront. Do you think they're looking for Madeline Soto? So I just wondered, I'm like, is that for her?
They're everywhere. They're non-stop searching for her.
Alright, we're at the sheriff's office.